Okay then, hello there, my name is Bodax and today I am back with another video, and I am back with another news video on the PC, and I actually wanted to talk about some news and why I haven't been making videos and a couple of stuff. So let me start off by why I didn't make any videos, and that's a simple question, and I already uploaded a video. And that is Sam Deadly Grand Cross. That game is just amazing. Like in the first week of me playing it, I actually had 60 hours. But that is also, counting in the time that my phone just, autoed the events. So I actually didn't watch my phone for 12 hours a day. It's much less than that, but because I just leave it on to farm stuff and stuff like that. And the other stuff was that nothing really interesting came out under the time that I haven't been making videos, which was like 2 weeks ago, I think. I'm pretty sure it is 2 weeks ago. But now, as you can see, we got some new, more interesting units, which I will be talking about in a couple of minutes here. But I actually wanted to talk about these two and some units that I also opened while I was away, because I have been playing Sword Art Online, and I still love the game. I'm not gonna stop playing it. So actually I got my Sinon up to level 100. I did, this Asuna had her solo banner, and I actually did the first summon, which was half price, and I actually got her, which was pretty nice. I still have to level her up, by the way, because she's like a Sinon, but she's a water type and she has a AoE attack. Like, that pretty much is it, I think. It's still good to have her, of course, because she also helps charge, and now I have a water type charge buffer, so that's great. So the Silica, and I don't know her name actually. She had a nice speech at the end of the new season of SAO, actually, and I don't know her name. I'm sorry, but I'm just not interested in them. I think like this Silica is, I think, better if I looked at them like what they do. I like the Silica more, but she there's a new weapon type coming in with I'm gonna actually check her name. It's Lisbeth, yeah. So there's actually a new weapon type. I don't know how they say to this weapon in English, I'm sorry. Sinon. I don't know. Yeah. So Sinon is coming out tomorrow. She is using arrows. That's why we got her arrow as a PvP reward, actually. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually using her arrow with the 4-star Sinon, with the goddess Sinon, because I actually didn't manage to pull her arrow. But anyways, she's a breaker. Strong on single enemy, incarnate break 47.5%, and then she also has an assault attack, medium on all enemies, additional thrust, weak on attack on single enemy, total damage on single enemy, extra strong. I guess, but she really is the Sinon, but she's a breaker. Like, that's kind of it, and I think the 4-star Sinon has a strong attack on all enemies, and recovers HP strong of a single ally. This could be useful, but you just have AoE healers nowadays, like Roni and Leaf, and those two are just better than her. So I actually, the Yui also came out with her, and I'm actually more interested in the Xenon. I actually am gonna summon her, because actually they took another kind of like how to get the tickets for this month, because you know, there's a ranking, this this ranking event, and you know, you are the higher rank you get, you actually, the more tickets you get. So actually you want to get those tickets if you want both of these units, and I don't know if I actually want to farm that much to get actually both of them, because I'm not interested in the Yui. And they actually said something about like we have a chance of getting her later. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So I'm gonna get the Xenon first and then the Yui. Yui, by the way, is a charger. She's not charging that much, and she has an assault skill on a single ally, lowers physical resistance by 20% for one turn, incarnate break by 25%, and raises attack of all allies on her third ability. I think she's not that good. Her stats are okay. I mean, we have units like the Kid Alice, the PvP reward. If you have her level 100, she's better than this Yui, and she's also a dagger user. And we actually only have one. Oh no, we actually have more 4-star daggers now. I was like, no, we have more than one, but I don't think she's the best dagger user to use actually nowadays. So yeah, that's what I think about these two. I mean, Xenon, I'm just more interested in Xenon, by the way, so that's it. So, the new units, this week's units. So I actually am still like saving my diamond cubes. I'm actually on like 500, so you know, there's a summoning video upcoming, but I am not planning to summon these two. I don't think that these two are like any extra, like maybe, like, of course, if you like these two, you want to summon for them because you want them, because they are the best versions in the game right now, and I don't think they are gonna come back, so I'm just gonna wait for them to be in the like the general 4-star pool. Like in a couple of months they will be added to the general 4-star pool, and you will have a chance to actually get them later on. So I'm not gonna summon on them. So actually Lina, she recovers HP weak of all allies, raises Earth Elemental party members' physical resistance by 15%. So actually, if you get her, she's okay. Of course, if you want to, I mean, you can do the like the 50% off summon, because actually she also is useful if you don't have Roni. Like only if you don't have Roni. Because she also, Lina also actually helps breaking characters by buffing them, but Roni is just better because she also has an extra strong attack, but she's the best healer in the game, and of course the same buff. Although the only difference between them is that she's an Earth Elemental and Roni is a Light Elemental. So if you want them, summon for her. Actually, she had a weird name in the Japanese voice as well in the anime. So I'm not gonna try to pronounce that, I'm sorry. But she actually comes with a new type. I don't think that we've seen a D like these type of skills, and I think these are like debuffs. She debuffs the enemy. So her charge skill, she's a charger, by the way. She charges 20% and reduces attack by 10% for 2 turns. That's okay. And thrust attack extra strong on single enemy, lowers physical resistance by 20% for 1 turn. And incarnate break for 25%. You know, she's like kind of like a hybrid character. Like, she also breaks a nice amount because the normal breaking amount is 10%. So she breaks a nice amount and does like an okay amount of charging. So she's an okay unit. I mean, let's... Oh, they have nice speed. I'm sorry. Yeah, they both have okay, like, you know, they have better speed than this Yui. Like, yeah. So actually for her debuff, lowers physical resistance and magic resistance of water type water elemental enemies by 10% for 1 turn, and short wait time after using the skill. So, in my opinion, they all have their good sides and bad sides. From the two of them, I would like to pull this one, because why not? The only, like, to me they are kind of like the same, because I actually can't use neither of them. Like, they would be nice to collect and stuff like that, but I'm just not interested in them at all. And they also have 2 daggers with them. Like, I actually don't have the banner because they actually don't make they actually don't make an announcement of the banners, like the weapon banners, so I actually can't show that. So, jumping over to the ranking event, which I made a rant video about, and I actually, you know, while I was gone, I was like actually thinking like, okay, this information is not valid anymore. So let me clear myself. I actually thought the first day when that event came out that the whole event was botted by the developers, and they just wanted to test out first how the gameplay would work and stuff like that. I really thought, because you know what I read from Reddit, and you know the visual stuff that you saw your own units in the other the other people's teams and stuff like that. So actually, those were not bots. It was just a visual effect, as I just said right now, and there are some modders, some hackers, in other words, who actually were able to not take damage at all, almost. So, you know, that's that. I actually am gonna try to get a higher rank. I'm actually like, I'm in the top 20 right now, if I'm sure. But now comes the exciting part, and you know, that is this. They actually made a tweet today while I was in school, while I was in class. The upcoming updates for Sword Art Online Alicization Rising Steel were just announced in Japan. They had a live stream, by the way, which was in Japanese. Check the images below for more details. The first image. So these are quality of life updates, and some updates that are really useful to us. The first one is background play. So this is pretty useful, because now that I have a Sandalis's Grand Cross, I can just, you know, go in an event, like maybe farm some stuff, farm some tickets to, you know, challenge bosses, and just, you know, press auto and then just go over to Sandalis's. And yeah, that's just great. Like, that's pretty nice. And then it has auto replay as well. Like, that is also a function in Sound Alicization. Like, you can just you know, there's an option that you can choose to you know, tell the game like you want to do this event 4 times, and the game will tell you how many stamina that will cost, and it will just auto the events for you, like it will do the skills and stuff like that. So until AP and boss tickets run out. So actually you will be able to auto replay bosses as well, so that's pretty nice to farm. And quest skip tickets, those are stuff like I first heard it in Dragon Ball Legends actually, so I don't know if those things were there before that, but they are talking about a Flocklight acceleration ticket. And I actually don't know if these will be free stuff, because in Legends I'm pretty sure that you have to buy these. I really do hope that they will just they will give them like pretty often, because that would be like pretty nice from them. So the next one is actually a long-term exchange point, and implementation of an item exchange point where you can acquire weapons over a long period of time. To make an Excalibur. You know, Excalibur is the strongest weapon in ELO. Excalibur. And that weapon is not summonable yet, and this character, actually, this Kirito used it instead of this green sword, because actually that's when he helped this Asuna, and this Asuna actually released with the sword that was in the episode. I just reworded it, by the way. So when Kirito helped Asuna and Yuki to actually clear the boss. So yeah, that was pretty nice moment. Like she just Kirito just held back an army of players. That's pretty nice. So maybe we'll be able to craft weapon, like not craft. That's a weird way to say it, but like acquire, like exchange items to exchange it for an Excalibur. And maybe this will be one of the first 4-star weapons. That's pretty nice, and it will be just farmable, I think. Like, that is how I think about it. That's how I want it. And the next one is actually guild feature. I'm just not even gonna say anything. That's just nice. Like, how much better this game can get from now on. Like, these are like one of the best updates. By the way, these are not gonna release like next week, these are gonna release over time. And enhancing initial 4-star characters, like, I don't know what they mean with this. Like, are they gonna release 5-star characters? Like, we're gonna be able to enhance them to awaken them to 5 stars, maybe? I don't know. I might be saying something pretty stupid right now, but that's what I think. And they already announced a half-year anniversary campaign, so that's pretty nice. And of course that's gonna be in a couple of months, because we started in November, I think in the middle of November or at the end. Maybe it was December, I don't actually know. It was somewhere at the end of the year, I know. And now we are in March. So that will be in a couple of months actually. So they just announced it, and that's a pretty nice way to go about it. So actually, yeah, these are all the stuff I wanted to cover today. I don't know, I might make another video tomorrow, because with some Alicization coming out, I'm actually gonna change up the games on the channel a bit, and I'm gonna talk about what games I will be talking about. What games I will be covering. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, and say in the comments what you're the most excited about, like the guilds, these weapon stuff, or maybe the background play or the skip tickets. So yeah, just leave it at the comments, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.